Guys, Steve here with FBTV. We want to give you an update on the General and Stan and then working with them. Now, one of the things we want to be mindful of, you keep it on me, they can see the General in a second. Stan's going to put the General through a few things, break down kind of what he's been doing and how much work he thinks he has to do with the dog as they both continue to progress. Stan and everybody I know is talking about getting new dogs, right? And I tell you this, I told the General, well, I told you guys what the General will be able to do, and he's able to do it, right? Well, you say, well, let's get him to do a little bit more. Part of him doing more is out of my hands. And that's not because I couldn't get him to, I just don't have the time. And the beauty about it is when you have a team, and say, this is what you really do. I started it, you know, finish strong, and even more importantly, it gives Stan more opportunities to work with more breeds, tighten up his process, which is going to better help you guys. Work with your dogs, learn from your dogs, be better because of your dogs. So, Stan, what are some things you've learned about the General or the Jack Russell Terrier since you've kind of invited him to your life?
I think the first thing is basically this is a pit bull in a little body. He has enough go, he wants to, he's a very fun, loving dog, but at the same time, he's stubborn. He wants to do what he wants to do, and he doesn't really care about what we want because he's a terrier. So they're more independent thinking dogs, so we have to motivate him, and finding his motivation and actually slowing his mind down has actually been a fun process because it's not like a shepherd or a Mal that just want to please you. He wants to do what he wants to do. Like now he's searching and looking and searching, but now we're just trying to get him to pay attention to what we want. So the first thing we've done is develop the recall. So that's a boy. So when he hears that whistle, he knows he's about to get something. And we started with treats, and then we're gonna start giving him a tug and a ball because he does have a little bit of drive. Just his mouth is a little smaller for the ball, so we do got to get a smaller ball. But it's just been a fun process.
Yeah, and there's a lot of things to consider when you bring new dogs to your home. For one, do research on the breed. I knew that a Jack Russell would fit well with my driven dogs, which is why when I went small, I didn't go Yorkie small because if these kind of dogs step on him, the General still make a but he'll be right back in there. So he doesn't lose the courage to stop. If anything, he's like, all right, bet, I'm gonna take a break, catch my wind, I'll be right back, guys. And then you've seen him, we've posted videos where he's literally getting turned in opposite direction, he's just getting flipped. And he'd be right back in there with him. And I say, okay, if the first dog I introduce is the dog that's got to drive in the small, I got to get a dog that matters or that can compete with what we kind of have going on here. Second, I'll get a more docile dog that's not focused on any of that stuff, but more focused on the hunting side. So now I'm like, well, how do I get a dog to lead the dogs and do other things? Because all of my personal dogs, for the most part, they have their own minds. Nobody's looking at me like this, hey man, what are we doing now? They're like, if I'm not doing nothing, they're like this. They at the door, they don't want to be bothered, man. If I'm doing something, I got something that they like, they in my face. So I had to consider those things when I was getting the dog, bringing a new dog into the space where I kind of where I live, you know, with other dogs. And I know, Stan, you thought about the same thing when getting the Australian Shepherd, right?
Yeah, I needed an easier dog, not necessarily a dog you gotta, you know, give him the people's elbow here and there, but a dog who actually wanted to learn and do anything that we wanted. And getting a dog like Boot, he was a lot softer than I was used to, so it made me develop a lot more communication versus forcing or making the dog do it. I had to motivate him, and he's not as impressive as Rocco yet, because I have to build him and show him, hey, this is what I want you to do in those situations. And when he is in his game mode, he's a great dog. And it's just taught me how to communicate better. And if all goes well, if we don't go over to Africa, we're gonna go down to Space Coast and he's gonna get him a championship too, just like Oakley. So it's just a fun process. It's different. I think everybody should work with different dogs, especially if you call yourself a dog trainer. You shouldn't just have one particular breed you like. Like, yes, I would enjoy working with Shepherds and Aussies for the rest of my life, but you have to be able to work with Jack Russells, Corgis, Yorkies, all the different dogs if you really want to be a dog man.
There you go, people. Well, as you know, the General's our guy, man. He's not he's not just my dog. He's a collective of everyone's efforts as we all try to be better, man. And so part of me getting another breed is saying, hey, you work with him, I work with him, hell, Jamarcus works with him, and it forces us all to help y'all work better with y'all dogs. And it is a process. See what I'm saying?
This is I like his confidence. On every obstacle I had at my house, he had no issues. None. The big A-frame, all of that.
Yeah, look at him slapping her. Look at him slapping. He's like, hey, bitch, I ain't seen you in a while.
Yes, boy.
You more worried about some coochie right now.
Yeah, you trying to get that from that. Jim. That's a boy. Yes, sir. Oh, yes. So we've been working on these spins. Yes, sir. And I like his speed. So this is all we gotta really work on. He has a very short attention span. He wants to go do what he want to do. But that's just building our value to him. And it's just a process. I've had him about 2 weeks. How old is he? Over a year?
He was a year in April. And so just at a year old.
Yeah, so he's a year old, he's done his own thing, and now we gotta try to direct him into the path that we would like him. Let's see if he'll do this one for us. General.
Like, I ain't seen this girl in a while, man.
Nope, hey. Come on, up. Come on. Ah, don't be a bum. You gotta go this way. Up. Good.
There you go.
Oh, shit. Come on. The slowing down, he has to hit here first. Slow down. Go.
Look at Senior General getting better, man.
Here. Come on. Oh. Come on, you bum.
He got some hops too, boy.
He got them bunnies.
Hey, he jumped so high I had to tell himself when to come down.
And then go from here and up. That's it, boy.
And that's the goal, people.
So
slow
it is a process, but we got to slow his mind down so he understands that 1, 2, and then this is 3.
3, 4, 5.
3. Yes, boy.
Man, that kind of dog gets you excited, people.
Up. Easy, slow down, slow down. Hey.
Eventually he'll be thinking too. But look, you see.
Good. One more. Yes, sir. That's it.
Here, he dropped it, boy.
That's it, boy. That's it, boy. Man, as always, when you're teaching your dog something, break it down into individual steps. Show the dog that they're getting something for working with you, and just take your time and embrace the process. That's the best part about it, people. And as always, just take care of your dog.
Boom.